Now I'd like to ask Troop 826 Representative Mr. Mike Lentz to come forward and have him review the requirements for Eagle Scout.
As we honor these young men as they become Eagle Scouts, let's reflect on what it means to be an Eagle Scout. Let's take a look at some of the things they have done in preparing to be Eagle Scouts. In terms of badges, they have earned the Scout badge, the rank of Tenderfoot, Second Class, First Class, Star, Life, and finally Eagle. Along the way, they've each earned the 13 Eagle required merit badges and collectively earned another 68 elective merit badges. They've each served in troop leadership positions and also spent many hours on service projects, not including the hundreds hours they spent on Eagle Scout service projects. In all, they have completed approximately 325 different requirements. So what have these requirements taught them? Who is the Eagle Scout? First and foremost, of course, he's an outdoorsman. He knows how to camp, swim, hike, use wood tools, build a fire, use a camp stove, and finds his way with a map and compass. He spent at least 20 days and nights camping out in a tent he pitched on site that he's chosen. Many of those times he has planned his own menu and cooked his own food. Each scout is comfortable with nature. He can identify local animals and plants, including poisonous plants. He understands the causes of water, land, and air pollution, and has developed a project to solve an environmental problem. He embodies the Scout motto, be prepared. He knows how to treat fractures, head injuries, hypothermia, convulsions, frostbite, burns, abdominal pain, muscle cramps, and even knocked out teeth. He knows what to do in case of fire, explosions, desert emergencies, vehicle accidents, mountain accidents, food poisoning, gas leaks, earthquakes, flood, tornadoes, hurricanes, atomic emergencies, and avalanches. The Eagle Scout is a good citizen. He has been to city meetings, and knows how the city government is organized. He knows who his senators, representatives are, and has written a letter to one of them about national issue. He has read the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. He knows how to manage his money and understands the risk, benefits, and putting his money in a savings bond, mutual funds, common stock, real estate. He has set financial goals and works towards achieving those goals. The Eagle Scout has also set and worked towards fitness goals. He has competed against himself and test of aerobic endurance, flexibility, and muscular strength. He knows what it means to be physically, mentally, and socially fit. He is a good family member. He knows what things are important to the members of his family and has talked to his family about finances, drug abuse, and growing up. All these things they did in order to earn their merit badges required for Eagle. Beyond those, they've earned elective merit badges, which introduce them to such subjects as whitewater rafting, orienteering, wilderness survival, climbing, rifle shooting, cooking, carpentry, small boat sailing, and woodworking, just to name a few. A good all-around Eagle Scout.
It is now time for the highlight of our program, the presentation of the Eagle Scout Award. I'd like to ask Troop 826 Committee Chair, Dr. John Silvernail, to come forward to make the appropriate presentations.
We've heard a lot tonight about what it means to be an Eagle Scout. Now our honorees will have a chance to tell us a little bit about what being an Eagle Scout means to them.
To me, an Eagle Scout is one that helps others and helps out in his community and is a good member of his family.
My name is Brian, and I've been scouting for 10 years, and I've been in Troop 826 for 6 years, and during my lifespan, this has been the single most influential program that I've been involved in. So what does it mean to be a scout? If I had to put it shortly, it means to pick up where the instructions and the planning and whatever you've been taught to do fails. Through years of scouting, I've learned how to approach a variety of situations in multiple perspectives. I've learned how to communicate in a professional, respectful, and understanding manner. But paramount to all these lessons, I've learned what it means to lead. Leading isn't just standing in front of a room and giving instructions that you've been told to give. The Boy Scouts has taught me that leading is learning how to pick up the mantle and then understanding what needs to be done. The Boy Scout motto is to be prepared, but preparedness only goes so far. Boy Scouts has taught me to know what to do when all else fails and how to instruct others to work together. Now, scouting can be serious and borderline scary sometimes, but more often than not, it's been some of the greatest memories of my life. Whether it be long hiking trips through beautiful forests, canoeing trips that seem to never end, or late night talks with friends and scout leaders that have left me with great memories. The friends I've made will continue to be my friends. The skills I've learned will not be forgotten, and the lessons I've acquired will endure in my memory. Several years ago, I really didn't know what it meant to be a scout, an Eagle Scout especially. I was so focused on the process, but now I can see the bigger picture. To me, becoming an Eagle Scout is living the Scout Oath every day. An Eagle Scout should inspire others to achieve a higher degree of moral standing, and the position exemplifies the tribulations that we have gone through. Becoming an Eagle Scout, is not the effort of just one person, but the hard work that many around us have put into molding a person. I'd like to thank my Scoutmasters, Mr. Boykin and Mr. Reich, for keeping me on the straight path. All of my Scout leaders for aiding me on my trail to Eagle. My teachers for helping me and encouraging my growth and putting your lives to work and encouraging others. And especially my parents, grandparents, and extended family who've been a standing of kindness and caring that I want to embody and I strive to embody every day. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Luke, and scouting to me it's more than just earning badges and advancing through ranks. It's a whole story. It's like life kind of. So the journey to Eagle is unlike any other. Throughout the journey, lessons were learned at every meeting, every camp out. From the day I first crossed over from Cub Scouts, we were always striving to become better scouts. I can recall my first camp out experience. We were exploring Jamestown, Virginia, and for the weekend, and it was for the whole weekend, and all the adults were sitting around the campfire. And me and Graham were running through the campsite, because we were new scouts, had no clue what was going on. And Mr. McGrill was the first to confront me on why we don't run through the campsite. And after that, I was not running through the campsite. Many of these lessons were learned through experience, such as not having a wool blanket next to a fire, or using a sleeping bag when it's 25 degrees, or forgetting your sleeping bag when it's 25 degrees. My highlights in scouting occurred during the 4 different summer camps I went to. During my first summer camp, which was in Bayport, Virginia, it was truly an unforgettable experience. I acquired all the basic skills in scouting, and I got a couple of bonus ground bee stings, thanks to a special someone. My favorite summer camp of all was when me, Thomas, Graham, a couple of parents, Andrew, and Aaron, we flew to Florida Sea Base in the Florida Keys, and we went fishing for a whole week. And it was honestly one of the best weeks of my life, and nothing can really compare to it. This is very similar to the Eagle journey. The knowledge and experience obtained through Boy Scouts can only be achieved through the journey of being a scout. Being an Eagle Scout means being the one who can take charge and lead others on the right path. Without a leader, there is no path or guidance for a group to follow. I would like to thank all those who guided me on the path to Eagle. This includes Dr. Reich, Mr. Boykin, Mr. Van Dyke, Mr. McGrail, Mr. Silvernail, Mr. and Mrs. Patrick, everyone who's helped out at the meetings, all Scoutmasters, especially my fellow Scouts, and most of all my parents and my mom, my dad, for putting up with me. Thank you.